My name is Amelia. I was very happy. My fiancé, Daniel, and I were planning our wedding. We were a happy couple. Daniel was my greatest love. My best friend Chloe was my maid of honor. She was like my sister. We shared all our secrets and dreams. I believed our life was perfect and our love would be forever. The trouble started slowly, about 3 months ago. Chloe, who usually came to my house every Friday, began to cancel our plans. She always had an excuse like, "I am busy with a big project," or "I am too tired tonight." When we did meet, she looked distant. She was always looking at her phone, and she seemed nervous. I felt a small worry. I did not understand why Chloe was so different. Then, Daniel started his late-night habits. He began getting calls after 10 p.m. He went to the storage room and closed the door. He spoke in a very quiet voice, sometimes for 20 minutes. He always came back and said, "It is just a small, boring work problem. Don't worry, my love." I tried to be a good partner. I tried to believe him. I made him tea and asked about his stress. But he only pushed me away gently. He stopped holding my hand when we watched movies. He stopped telling me about his day. I felt very lonely in my own home. My mind was full of questions. Why did he hide his calls? Why did he whisper? One Saturday, Daniel said he had to go to his office. He said he was working late, until very late. I felt sad and alone. I decided to make him happy. I bought his favorite Thai curry and rice. I wanted to surprise him with a warm meal and a quick visit. I went to his office building. It was late, and the floor was dark. Only a dim light was on in his cubicle area. I walked quietly to the door, holding the paper bag. I was smiling, ready to hug him. I stopped suddenly. My smile died. My heart felt like ice. Daniel was not working alone. Chloe was there. They were in his chair together. Daniel had his arm tightly around Chloe's waist and shoulder. He leaned his head down and kissed her deeply on the mouth. She kissed him back without hesitation. They laughed softly, their faces close together. Then, Daniel took a fork and carefully fed her the curry I had bought. She took the food and put her hand on his cheek. He leaned in and kissed her again, a long, sweet kiss, like they had all the time in the world. They were acting like a couple who had been in love for a long time. I was paralyzed. My heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. My vision became blurry with tears. The bag of food fell from my hand and made a quiet sound. But they did not hear it. They were too absorbed in their perfect, secret world. My fiancé and my best friend, the two people I trusted most, were betraying me. I ran away quickly. I drove home, shaking and crying. The pain was too much. I kept seeing the image of them kissing, their hands touching. I had to be sure this was not a terrible mistake. I found Chloe's laptop at my house. I typed her password. I searched until I found their messages. They had planned everything, every secret meeting. They wrote about their love. Daniel's words were the cruelest. Amelia is so blind. She never knows anything. We just need to wait until after the wedding. Then we can be together. I sat on the sofa for a long time. I stopped crying. I felt a cold, deep anger. The lies were not small. They were a cruel plan. They wanted to trick me until the very end. 5 years of love and 10 years of friendship. It was all fake. When Daniel finally came home, he found me sitting in the dark. He saw the open laptop. His face was full of fear and shame. He tried to touch me, but I pulled away. "Don't touch me," I said. My voice was quiet, but stronger than I felt. "I know everything. I saw you and Chloe tonight." He fell to his knees. He cried and begged. He said he was confused and lonely. He swore he loved only me. He promised to call Chloe right now and end their mistake. But I did not believe him. His promises were just more lies. I saw that he was a coward. He was only sorry because he was caught. I knew I could never trust his eyes or his words again. If I stayed, the lies would stay too. I stood up. I went to the bedroom. I packed my 2 suitcases slowly. I did not yell or fight. I needed to leave the noise of the lies. I needed peace. I took the engagement ring off my finger. The diamond shone under the light. I put the ring on the kitchen counter. Next to it, I left a short, clear note. The note said, "I cannot stay in this marriage built on lies. I choose the truth and my own peace. You and Chloe can have each other. Goodbye forever." I picked up my suitcases. They were heavy, but my heart was lighter. I looked at the dark house one last time. It was the end of a long and painful chapter. I opened the door and walked out into the cool night air. It was the most difficult step, but it was the only true step. I was alone, but I was finally free to start a new, honest life.